History and Culture, the first printed books. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Venice, lived a clever man named Johannes Gutenberg. Every day, he watched as merchants traded goods at the marketplace. One day, an idea sparked within him. Why not create something that could bring knowledge to everyone? Johannes spent years perfecting his invention, which he named the printing press. He worked tirelessly day and night, tinkering with every tiny detail to make it just right. People whispered about his strange device, but Johannes knew they would soon marvel at its brilliance. Finally, the day came when Johannes' printing press was complete. He gathered his team of helpers, and together they prepared to print their first book, the Bible. The task seemed impossible, but Johannes was determined to share knowledge with the world. Working side by side, Johannes and his helpers carefully inked each letter and placed it onto the metal type. As they repeated this process hundreds of times, pages upon pages of the Bible began to pile up. The air was filled with excitement as everyone marveled at their creation. When the first copies of the Bible were ready, Johannes and his team proudly displayed them at the marketplace. The townsfolk gathered around, curious to see what this mysterious invention could do. As they read the words, their eyes widened in amazement. They had never seen anything like it before. From that day forward, Johannes was hailed as a hero. People from all over came to Venice to learn about his printing press and how it could bring them closer to knowledge. They thanked him for giving them the power to read and learn on their own. Johannes continued to work on his invention, striving to make it better and faster. He created more books, each one bringing even more knowledge to the people of Venice and beyond. The townsfolk were grateful for his hard work and dedication. As Johannes grew older, he knew it was time to pass on his invention to others. He taught them how to operate and maintain the printing press, so they could carry on his legacy. And so, the power of knowledge began to spread throughout the world. In time, Johannes' invention would change the world forever. Children everywhere were able to learn about history, science, and culture through the books that were now readily available. They spent their days engrossed in stories, eager to know more and more. But it wasn't just the books that changed the world, it was the way people shared them. Children would gather together to learn from one another, trading stories and knowledge like precious gems. They became better friends, united by their thirst for knowledge and curiosity. As the years passed, Johannes' invention became even more important. The world had changed dramatically, and people now valued education above all else. Children continued to learn from one another, growing up to become scholars, scientists, and leaders. Johannes Gutenberg's invention was more than just a machine. It was a catalyst for change. It brought knowledge to the people and sparked a thirst for learning that would endure for generations. And as long as children continue to read and learn, Johannes' legacy will live on forever.